Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Collective Morning Meditation. Let's all bow down, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Let's take Shri Ganesha Mantra.
साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः।
With our attention on Sahasrara, let's listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
So he was not only worried about the whole world as he should have been, but also about Sudama. When will I meet him? When will I see him again? Where must be his house? How he must be living? All these very delicate feelings he had for his friend. It's just like a Sahaja. In a Sahaja style, we worried about the whole world. And also individually we are worried. We come to know about one person who has fallen sick, who has a problem, something is serious. All the Sahajogis think of him and are worried about him. They may have everything, but still they are worried what is happening to such and such person. How many of us know each other's names? I mean, we know everybody's name, practically. And how we care for them, how we respect them, how we love them, and how we have pure relationships. Today is also the day of Raksha Bandhan, which is a very great thing that we should have pure relationships. I've seen in, say, Maharashtra, men won't go and talk to women much, and women won't go and talk to men. And once somebody remarked, then what are you women doing, talking to women only? So I said, what are we to talk to you? You are talking about your office, we are talking about our houses and homes. What is there to talk to you? But the Western culture is different. They will force you. They'll make one man sit here and next to him should be a woman, somebody else's wife, then another man, then somebody else's wife. Oh, how can you have intimacy? This kind of idea, which is asahaj, has slipped into immorality. There is no need for men and women to sit like that. What is the need? I just don't understand. Compulsorily you have to sit. I have had a bad time, I tell you, with my husband's job. I never liked it. What is there to talk to these men after all? I don't know anything about banking. I don't know shares. I don't know stock exchange, what it is. I don't know profits and this and that. That part is zero. Then I don't know about office. I don't know many other things men talk about. So what is there to talk to them? So very difficult. And whenever I said something, I really dropped a brick. Once in a party, they were offering drinks to everyone, and then so I said, I'll have some soft drink. So the valet came and gave me a soft drink. The valet was having a bow, white shirt, that's all. Absolutely such methods. Black bow, white shirt, black coat, black pant. All just the same, whether it's an ambassador or a valet. You can't make it out who's who. So I drank, and when it was finished, I gave it to an ambassador, a very well-known ambassador. To me, There was no difference at all. When they were just the same, walking the same way, talking the same way. So asahaj the whole thing is. So they say they have so many embassies. For what I don't know. And there what they have always drinks. Parties, shake hands, shake hands. Your hands will break, I tell you. Most asahaj method is to shake hands. Why not say namaste? It's better. And you know me, sometimes I used to get such heat. Like yesterday you have shown that the ice melted. Same thing used to happen to me. Mostly they were very hot people. And I didn't know what to do. I used to stand on one side and just feeling shy. But this method of handshaking is absolutely asahaj. And worse than that is French method. Is to kiss, when you like it or not, you are kissed. Or to hug somebody. First time I gave realization to one English gentleman, he just lifted me up like that. I said, all right, it's just out of joy he has done it, sorry. But there is no openness, there's no openness of heart. You go to a party, you have to be dressed up like this only. If you are not dressed up like that, then you are useless. If you go for a death also, somebody died, a great friend, a nice man. So I was told I have to wear black sari, black blouse, everything black. I said, I have no sari black without border, you know. So they said, you don't come. I said, very good idea. Because I don't know these asahaj methods. You are not supposed to cry or weep there. You have to keep quiet. Then when you go there, the body is lying there, and after the prayer is said, you are supposed to drink champagne. I mean, imagine it. How can you? No feelings for that body which is lying there dead. And everybody very happy. And if somebody looked unhappy, they would ask, what's wrong? Are you all right? No consciousness that we have lost a friend here. This is the asahaj style when it comes to grief. When it comes to joy, it is asahaj. When it comes to grief, it is asahaj. We have to be sahaj in the sense that whatever we do it spontaneously, not with deliberations. We have some very anglicized people in India also. And the lady of the house died. And I went to see. And in India the body is taken down on the ground. So they were discussing what to do, what time to start the funeral and all that. So one lady, who is a very well-known person in India, she said, you should not do it before 12 o'clock. I said, why? He said, because I'll have to wear white. That's true. And I'll have to go to the bank to get my diamonds to match with the white sari. I said, what is this? Such filth of materialism. it is going too far. We are going away from our feelings, from our emotions, which are genuine, which are there all the time. Don't have to think about them. They exist all the time. But you think now, should I cry or not? Should I laugh or not? It's so spontaneous. If you have joy, you are spontaneous. You express your joy spontaneously. Of course, not in an uncultured way, but in a very cultured way. Now, what's the meaning of the search culture? Is culture is something that is, you are groomed, you are brought up in a very natural manner, that you develop a culture. It's more like a childlike, simple, innocent behavior. It is Sri Krishna's introduction of idea of pure joy, Nirmal Anand, which came as a great relief to Indian people because they were following Sri Ramchandra. But then abandonment started. The problem is, if you make them strict, they become like starched clothes, I think, that you can't wear them. Or if you allow them, no, you must enjoy, all right, you allow them, do what you like. If you allow them to do what you like, then they start doing all kinds of things. In India, we had lots of horrible things, which I dare not even tell you, in the name of enjoyment. But Sri Krishna himself has been very much misrepresented by stupid people like Vidyapati. He was a great poet, and he used Krishna and Radha as Romeo and Juliet. That's the greatest insult to the purity of their relationship. You must have seen many pictures like that in Kangra Shaili and this Shaili and that Shaili. It's all nonsense. They could not show the reality of their relationship, but some sort of a very vulgar expression. Because I think these poets and these artists at that time have some hidden, suppressed feelings within themselves, and they use Sri Krishna for that. All kind of romanticism is attached. Sometimes I feel that people have not understood Sri Krishna. But there's a nice story about him. That once his wives, he had many wives, that is also another controversial point. He had many wives because these were 16,000 powers of Sri Krishna who had taken birth and were captured by one king and kept in the prison. So he had to release them. They were released. Now, how are they to live with Sri Krishna who was a young man? So he married all of them. That is the case of Muhammad Sahib. He married all 16 of them. They were his powers. For a young man to keep 16,000 women like a harem, what people would have thought of. So he married all of them. And another point about his life is that once all these ladies, and he had also 5 wives, these 5 wives were the causal of the 5 elements. So he had to go. Once these ladies wanted to go to see one great saint, and the river which was there was all completely flooded. So they came to Sri Krishna and told him that how are we to cross, because this is over flooded. He said, that's very easy to cross that river. That river is called as the Virgin River, Narmada. Now they are having big fights over it nowadays, big politics. So you go and tell her that, O river, if Sri Krishna is a complete celibate personality, perfect brahmachari, if that is the truth, you go now. And river went down. And they crossed over. Then they went and worshipped the saint. When they came back to the bank of the river, it was again very much flooded. So they went to that saint and asked him, now how are we to go back? He said, how did you come? He said, this is what Sri Krishna asked us to tell the river. All right, you go and tell the river that this saint has not eaten any food whatsoever, nothing, while they saw him eating plates after plates. If this is the truth, then you better recede. So they went down and told the river. And the river went down. They were amazed that this man ate such a lot of things, and this river has gone down thinking this is the truth. That means what has been their character? They are abhogis. They are abhogis means they do not get indulged into. They eat. All right. But they don't care. They don't have that feeling of eating and feeling of enjoying the food and nothing of the kind. They are just eating. And this gentleman with 16,005 wives is called as brahmachari because they are not involved. They are in such state. With such a great immaculate personality like Sri Krishna, the way they have created this nonsense of romanticism. For America, I think they have gone too far with the freedom they have. As people, with Sri Krishna's blessings, became free from all the rules, regulations, and got abandoned. But America has gone much worse. And not only that, but the films they are producing, are very dangerous films and really damaging the whole world. They don't know what sin they are committing. For thousands and thousands of people in the world have taken to all kinds of very destructive, ugly ideas. Freud, all right, he's ousted, finished. He's done already a great harm. But what about these films? They are now very much impressing our Indian directors. I think all these directors are guiding Indians to hell. Whole thing is so absurd and so dirty. For an Indian mind, it is really inconceivable. Even I have seen Americans can't bear it. It's gone that bad. Then other things have started with this freedom that we have. Imagine if Sri Krishna was here, he would never have put any oil in his head, never have combed his hair. He must have his curls on. And he might have worn some mod dresses from America. Otherwise you cannot exist. All the junk now has gone all over the world, selling in Moscow, selling in all the developing countries. Only thing when it was declared that they have AIDS, people used to buy even second hand from the tourists. They threw away all that. They are carrying AIDS all over and drugs all over. It's a destructive force. It's a destructive force which is very active in this Kali. And so we have to have many Sahajogis to fight this destructive force. And when they are destructive, they are not hypocritical. That's the thing is very great quality. But at least with hypocrisy you can save some people. But when it's just an open thing, everybody starts doing that. So, when you think the time Sri Krishna lived, and the beautiful time they had of such clean life, and how he killed all these demons, is something so beautiful, so energy giving. But how many demons there are nowadays in this world? Is it one? Is it two? It is 10? One is finished, another comes up like a mushroom. That is finished, third one comes up like a mushroom. And the most fertile land is America. So you all have to pay attention to this land of Sri Krishna. Especially Sri Krishna should really start using his Sudarshan Chakra, will be a good idea. The time has come. That's why I gave you the conch. To declare the time has come to clean this America. That is the thing we have to do. Today when we worship Sri Krishna, you must awaken within yourself that consciousness that now Sri Krishna is within all of you. And by your communication, because he is collective, by your speech, by your songs, by all that you use to communicate with others, should carry the message of peace, of love, of compassion, of truth, and above all, of Sajuga. May God bless you.
Let's take the 3 Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Mother, for the wonderful morning meditation. Let us all bow down, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. Let us join Havan today at 6 p.m. and morning meditation tomorrow at 6 a.m. Jai Shri Mataji.